Any grocery store in this country that you go in, 95% of what's being sold is not even food. Aisle after aisle after aisle after aisle, you see beautifully packaged chemical mixtures. That's all it is. And the brainwashing has been so deeply rooted that we look at this stuff and we call it food. We may call it junk food. We may call it bad food. Whatever we call it, we still call it food. And it's not food. Chemicals are not food. Chemicals are not junk food. They're not bad food. They're not food at all. Pay attention to this. By nature, we're drawn to bright, vibrant colors. Most fruits have bright, vibrant colors. By nature, we're drawn to what's sweet and juicy. We like sweet and juicy. Most fruits, by nature, are sweet and juicy. If you pay attention to what you eat, you'll notice that you're usually going for something sweet and juicy. Even when you're eating the rotting flesh of a dead animal that's by nature dry and bland and flavorless and just nasty, you strive to make it sweet and juicy. If you cook it, you strive to cook it in a way to make it juicy. You may even baste it before you cook it or marinate it to try to make it juicy. Some type of sauce is added to it to make it sweet. So even in all of these unnatural products and chemical mixtures that's being sold to us to eat, in every way, they're mimicking fruit. Man cannot make food, and man cannot make anything better than the food that nature has given us to eat. Everything man makes is a gimmick. It's a scam. And the only reason we fall for it is because we're living in a fallen state. We're out of alignment. Because if we were in alignment, all we would eat is fruits. We would naturally be drawn to fruit, and that's what we would eat. But because we're out of alignment, because we're living in a fallen state, we've become hostile towards what's natural, and we flock to what's unnatural. That's the curse we were all born under. The thing is, we don't have to stay out of alignment. We don't have to continue to live in a fallen state. We don't have to continue to live disconnected from nature. We don't have to continue to live under a curse. We can come out from under the curse. We can get back in alignment. We can go back to the way things used to be. Like, don't you realize that every form of suffering humanity has ever faced, ever experienced, it's all caused by eating things that we're not supposed to eat? When we eat these man-made, unnatural chemical mixtures, these chemicals we consume interfere with the natural chemical reactions of our bodies, our brains, our emotions, everything about us. How we feel is based on chemical reactions. How we think, how we talk, what we do, everything is based on chemical reactions. And when we consume these chemical mixtures, they interfere with our natural chemical reactions. They change them, they alter them, which causes us to feel different, think different, behave different, talk different. How did we get disconnected? How did we come under this curse? What caused us to live in a fallen state? Eating shit that we're not supposed to eat. So how do we get back? How do we get back in alignment? How do we get back connected with nature? How do we come out from under this curse? By eating what you're supposed to eat. By eating what you're naturally drawn to. Fruits. It's undebatable. Every time you choose to eat something you're not supposed to eat, you're choosing to remain in a fallen state. You're choosing to remain out of alignment. You're choosing to remain disconnected. And you're choosing to remain under the curse. You ever drive a car when the wheels were out of alignment? It's a rough ride. And when you're out of alignment, your life is a rough ride. Life is so much easier, so beautiful, so peaceful and joyful when you're in alignment.